Hello, ladies and gents. I find it tricky just because it seems like a lifetime ago. Um, I'm not I'm not like a little kid anymore. I'm not in high school. I'm not having to face those kind of like day-to-day struggles anymore. And I kind of like just grew and learned to kind of get through it on my own. So it's interesting thinking about where I was and where I have been and trying to figure out the steps that I'd taken to kind of grow as a person. I think in the wide scope of things, I was really insecure about my personality. Just because I've been a goof since like the dawn of time. And, growing up in middle school, I looked really awkward. I was kind of pudgy. I had a sway back, really bushy eyebrows. They didn't wear any makeup for years, and everyone really liked to pick on me and make fun of me. And then I had this just kind of like super quirky personality, just like full of like wit and sarcasm for everything. Kids don't really respond well to that. They don't get that you're just being sarcastic or you're coming out with these little witty comments. They're like, oh, take it insta seriously, and that makes you sound really weird if they can't understand where the humor's coming from or that there is humor in your statements. So I had a really hard time um, because I didn't have a ton of friends. I'm an only child. I grew up on a farm. I was a competitive figure skater, and I went to a private school since grade 3. So I was super, super sheltered. My mother works for the police. I have really a whole lot of sheltering going on for me, and it's just difficult to kind of like branch out and make those friends, but you're not cool enough to be invited to parties because people think you're weird because of your sense of humor. And I remember so many years I just wanted to be like everyone else. I wanted to try and change my personality and think other things were cool and get into the music that everyone else liked and like everything. It was just like I I didn't have anything in common with anyone my age. I was just like I would have gotten along with people like all like 10 years older than me, kind of a thing. I had that kind of humor. I listened to older styles of music, and I was just, yeah, I was an oddball kid. And I went through a phase of trying to change my personality and be more like what people wanted. And it really just backfired. It didn't work out at all because if you're not yourself, then everyone can tell that you're not who you say you are. So people just don't think anything of you. Why would they like you if you're not yourself at all? I felt alienated and alone for years and years and years. And then when I was 15, I had a friend, and she was best friends with my cousin, and she passed away from cancer at the age of 18. And I mean, I'm no stranger to death. I've had a lot of people die in my lifetime, but never someone so young and so wonderful. So it really impacted me hard because the first time I met her, she had a present for me. And she'd made it herself. It was this little beaded lizard that she'd created. And I was like, it was the most amazing thing because it was this girl that I'd never met before, and she heard she was going to meet me, and she gave me a gift. And she was just warm of heart and spirit and happy. And she had this terminal illness, but she was still like the most friendly and caring individual I'd ever met. That changed my entire life. I went through like a horrible depression phase when she passed, and I mean there was self mutilation in there. There were abusive behaviors, and I had to give my head a shake when I was of sound mind. I've kind of gotten out of the grieving process of it, and I realized that just because she's gone doesn't mean that the world has to be without kind, caring people. I'd never met anyone so nice in my life, and I felt it was such a tragedy that she was gone. Um, so I took that as my cue to change my life around and live like her. I have made it my point in life to be the kindest I could possibly be to everyone that I meet. And I mean, sure, you don't get along with certain people, things happen, people have falling outs, but I want to be remembered as a kind person because that's what Angela was to me. She'll never be forgotten. She'll always be the kindest person I can meet, and I can just, if I can brighten one person's day and wish them an awesome day, then I always will. And I think that was like the turning point. It was like a big insecurity with my personality, and I just learned to embrace it and be warm with it. And then as soon as you're warm yourself, you get kind of what you give after a while. So everyone's warm around me because I'm always happy to them, and I think it's just a great kind of give and take, if you will. So yeah, I know it wasn't kind of a typical insecurity, but I kind of went from misunderstood weirdo to embracing myself and being nice, and when you embrace things, people follow. So don't give up hope if you have any insecurities. I promise it gets better as you age. I could not imagine having to go through like middle school and high school again with the bullying and the comments, and it's ridiculous, but it totally gets better. I swear, it seems like it's in high school, it seems like reality, but as soon as you're out of it, it's not. You barely see these people ever again, and you're just free to live. So don't give up hope. You're free to live once everything is done, and you just have to get through these ridiculously difficult times and just find something to hold on to, like a hope or a thought or a memory, and make it work for you. So yeah, have a great week, guys. Bye.